Welcome to another episode of checking out the top of the leaderboard. Coming in at the number 2 spot on the North American leaderboard. Looking at this clip, do you think this guy's legitimate or do you think he's cheating? Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Time is but a window. The leaderboards have been around long enough for us to be able to check out who's on top. A couple pros, but mostly cheaters, and it does vary a lot depending on region. Today we're going to be taking a look at North America. As you can see, the number 2 player has a 67% win percentage. I cannot find the number 1 player's profile anywhere. I'm not sure if he was banned already or if he just privated everything. But given the number 2 player's low win percentage, there might be a chance this guy is legitimate. Let's find out right after a word from this video's sponsor. If you want to sell your skins quickly, safely, and easily, then check out SellYourSkins.com. Sell Your Skins is rated a 4.5 on Trustpilot by over 165,000 users. Talk about being trusted. The link is in the description below. They offer higher prices than other cash-out sites. And you can get paid through PayPal, Revolt, Bank Transfer, and other various methods. You can also receive up to 5% more cash through the site ranking system. If you use the link in the description and promo code TIMES, you will get an extra 5% as well. That's SellYourSkins.com. Alright guys, I tried to get the number 1 player on Premier's demo, but I was not able to do so, so here's the number 2 player on Premier. So let's start this off on pistol round, making his way over here towards middle. If we don't see enough evidence, I will watch full rounds just to make sure he's not looking at people through walls, or doesn't seem to have more than enough information on rotations. But right now, he's making his way towards mid again. Here's this guy shooting, and he gets no scope. That was pretty crazy. Again, making his way over here towards mid. One guy on the left-hand side, peeked the angle perfectly, but not able to react. All right, making his way over here towards the B site. Just seems like death after death as he makes his way out, but finally taking down one of the CTs. Seemed to be perfectly lined up on him, knowing exactly where he was going to play from, and ready for the boost here. Able to take him down. Is he ready for the third guy? He's hiding in this corner. Here's one guy pushing up. Heard some footsteps. His teammates fighting him. Going to take advantage of the trying to go for the trade. Does do some damage. Not quite able to get the kill. And now holding the angle here on Banana. Waiting to see if they're going to peek back out. One of them does peek back out. One guy there on the left-hand side. He knows he's there. I don't know if that guy was spotted out by his teammate or what. But he definitely seems very aware of players' locations. Here he's going to come out with the auto shotty. Shoots it like crazy. Does a little bit of damage. Honestly, I've been getting sniped by that auto shotty lately. Alright, he's got that M4 pushing up. Seemed like he knew there was a guy over there in the library. Came out and just shot him straight up. One guy over to his left here in that smoke. Tries to push through and gets taken out. Does not seem like he knew there was a guy in that smoke. Alright, one guy here in sight. Does he know? Peeks out, and he gets taken out once again. Again, it looks like he is at least getting caught off guard through the smokes. He is going to spot out this guy in spawn. Takes him down with a 1D. Now there's one guy making his way over there towards left mid, and one guy pushing boiler, and it seems like he's very aware of that guy pushing boiler. Pushing up over here into sight. Aimed at this guy through the box. This guy's wrapping around, and he's looking at the right spot at the right time without any noise. All right, one guy coming around, wrapping from the right, one guy wrapping from the left, and he looks away at the wrong time towards the wrong guy. All right, here we are on pistol round, holding Banana. He's got that USP. One guy coming up quick. Guy ducks down. He gets the headshot. One more guy there. Looks like they ended up making their way over here towards mid, but he's going to be flanking around. Gets the one tap onto Lucas right there. Really trying to chase down that kill. Now pushing through the smoke here in middle, and he does not get through. I think that guy might be cheating on the other team with 28 kills. What do you guys think? Bloodstrike holding the angle, spots him out, instant reaction. One more guy, instant reaction. Yeah, he's very shady. Unless he's got the best reaction time and awareness on Earth, he is cheating. He looks like he's got a wall hack. He doesn't seem to have like anti-smokes or something like that, because he is getting picked off when he tries to push through smokes. That being said, there's one guy on the other team blatantly cheating, because that means he's going to full-on toggle as well to try to win this, right? One guy there, and he just shoots him through the wall. One more guy out, comes out, gets the one tap with the D. And you can see the number 2 player in America is blatantly cheating. Holding the angle once again, takes down Lucas, throws a nade, more pushing their way in, holding the angle passively, takes down a second one. through the smokes, he seems completely oblivious. So I don't think he can see through smokes. I think he can see through walls, but not smokes. Pushing up behind them. Instant reactions, instant peek. It's really hard to counter. One more guy over here towards pit, and one guy over here in sight. Okay, he didn't shoot the guy in sight, that's for sure. He shot the guy up top over there. One guy over there in big pit was taken down by his 1D. Alright, he is playing the right spot at the right time each time. And he's able to take down the first guy with his instant reactions. One guy over there on the corner, and he's trying to get the angle onto him. Wow, look at that reaction time. He saw his shoulder and shot him in the head. Alright, they're pushing into B. He's got a dig. 2 guys down. 3 guys down. Was that 5? I'm sorry, I missed one of them. Alright, one guy in pit. One guy up close here. Now he can see through smokes. Now he can see through smokes. He just had to turn that on. Team's got 41 kills. Able to take down one guy here in middle. Now pushing up from banana. Bunch of guys here in B site, and he's just taking them all down through the smoke, one after another. How do you fight this? Well, you don't. You lose. Keeps pushing through. One more guy on the left-hand side. He's going to throw a molly at him, force him to peek out, and he gets the kill. Knocks then up to 46 kills on the other team, and this guy is still hunting. 14 to 12. Peeking over here towards sight. He didn't quite peek the sight. He just shot the guy through the wall. One more guy in sight. Throws a smoke up. That's going to give him some cover so he can push out and shoot him through the smoke. And then there's, I think, 2 guys left. One guy over here in pit. One guy up close here. Takes the guy out in the smoke first. And gets taken down by the guy in pit. Able to take down Amigoto. One more guy on the left-hand side there. Some of the names are just hard to pronounce on the fly. One more guy there in sight. Doesn't actually get that guy. 2 guys wrapping around here. He's able to take down Noxven. Noxven should be paying more attention. This guy's got 48 kills. There's no way he's legit. Alright, takes a shot at Noxven. He does do some damage, but Noxven gets the kill. He was in smoke, so we'll watch a little bit of Noxven just to make sure he was cheating, but I'm like 99% certain he is. This guy is cheating so blatantly, and on the number 2 spot on the Premier ladder, Valve, do something. Alright, let's check out Noxven just to see if he was cheating, as we all probably expect. Able to get the 1-tap there. That didn't look too crazy. Another 1-tap. We've all had those good pistol rounds. One more guy on the right-hand side, just jiggling it. Peeks out, trying to bait his teammate. Does get a 3rd kill here. Here's a bunch of footsteps here in middle. Peeks out, gets 2 of them. Alright, holding the angle still. And gets Mr. Minister. In for the flank here. Kind of lined him up through the wall. So yeah, honestly, not as blatant as I thought it was going to be so far. But let's keep watching and see if things pick up a little bit. There he gets a 1-dig. Looks like he's aiming on this guy straight through the wall. Peeks out perfectly on him, but not able to get that kill. Alright, peeking out, able to take down whatever that guy's name was. One guy pushing up on banana. He's trying to get the right timing on this. Spots him out. 1-taps him in the face. Peeking down over here towards mid. One guy alt mid. He was completely oblivious about it. Maybe he was just hyper-focused on the other guy. Either way, that right there is pretty good evidence. He just shoots the guy right through the smoke. Shoots the next guy right through the smoke. Now we've still got 3 terrorists remaining. Wrapping around. One of them is Bloodstrike, the number 2 player. The guy's obviously cheating. Has a different name on the ladder currently. And he's able to take down all 3 of them to win the round. Alright guys, I think we have plenty of evidence here to say this guy was definitely cheating as well. And because of that, I'll put a link to both of these guys in the description below. And if you know anyone at Valve, please link their profiles because, you know, these guys are on the top of the leaderboard and it is absolutely ridiculous with how blatant they are. Let me know if you guys want to watch more players from the top of the leaderboards in the comments down below.